News.
Around the country, thousands of engineering graduates are switching to other professions because they can't find work. Engineers Australia, the industry's peak body, warns such a loss of talent could have dire consequences. Tamina Ansari reports.
Hitting the books isn't easy, but these days finding a job is even harder.
I wasn't able to find a placement going out of uni. And in order for me to graduate, I would have needed to have done that vacation placement.
25-year-old Queenslander Matt Spearings left engineering when he couldn't even secure an unpaid placement, the final step before graduation. After 4 years of full-time study, he switched to a career in pathology instead.
Towards the end of my degree, I got really depressed and I just lost kind of my direction in life. It was definitely a tough period for me.
The head of one of the country's largest engineering companies acknowledges that the industry is shrinking.
We aim for about 5% of our total staff to take on in graduates, so we've had to scale that back, which makes it tough.
Around 10,000 students graduate each year, but the leading industry group says more than 40% are having to find other work.
We certainly see the engineering employment market at the moment being worse than it was during the GFC, and I think why this is a significant risk for the federal government in terms of their infrastructure plans is that if you fast forward over the next 5 or 10 years when a lot of these projects come online, then we're going to have a dire shortage of engineers in Australia.
The Abbott government set aside billions for infrastructure projects in the federal budget, but veteran teachers like Professor Doug Hargreaves says it won't make any difference if there's a shortage of qualified engineers to do the work.
The situation is certainly not good right now. The numbers of students who are wanting work and not being able to get it is growing and has been growing for maybe 2 years so far.
The only way Matt Spearing can see himself achieving his life's ambition now is to look for an engineering job overseas. Tamina Ansari, ABC News.
Environmental groups claim the federal government has ignored its own advice and at Roma. Brisbane dipped to 13 degrees last night, then rose to 24. Red